You want help with those?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. What are you building?
Oh, sheet inside of an old shop.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Of course. So full transparency, I have never done what I'm doing in today's episode. I looked up this material and it says best for budget-friendly projects. $55 a sheet, budget-friendly. I had to pull a second on my house just to pay for this stuff. $55.88 times 4. $8 off, look at that.
Yeah, 53, man.
What a deal. Good morning and welcome back. We stripped the concrete forms out here. Everything looks incredible. We are going to wrap the columns now. These little guys right here. This morning I walked out of my house onto a concrete slab and then out into my front yard, and I have to say it was a pretty good feeling. Today though, we're gonna wrap up the 2 columns in the front here. We're going to match the LP Smart side that we have on the building. It'll all get painted white as well. I think continuity here is huge, and that is one way that we're going to make this place pop. The front of the house though is looking a lot more uniform. I'm actually kind of happy with this little border detail too. But on top of getting the front columns wrapped, I also bought a bunch of sanded plywood so that I can get inside and start doing the built-ins. But with how nice it is out today, there's no way I'm skipping a sunny day like this to work inside. So if we check this, I'm touching the line on this side, which means that this all needs to go that way. Easiest way to remember how bubbles work is if you're plumbing up, whatever side it's touching needs to go that way. Say it was touching on this side, it would need to go that way. So you can see we're tight here, open there, open across the back side there. Wouldn't that be something? It actually needs to go back a little bit.
Unwrap it one.
Yeah, maybe remove one. Calling that good. So then we need to bring this one out. You can see we're tight there, open here. I'm happy there.
So I gotta go more.
Yeah.
Nope, one more.
One more. I like that. That's good enough. So now we have what looks to be a pretty even reveal all the way around. I think that's it. All right. Oh, I just stuck my knee in something. Not bad. This is the baby miter from DeWalt. This is a 10-inch, but the cool part about it is it's a 20-volt brushless. So as opposed to the big saw that I've got, the 12-inch, that's a 60-volt. You have to have a flex volt. I can run this thing on any battery that I have in the DeWalt platform. That's the part I think is cool. It's tiny. So like I said, the joy of the baby miter here. The part number on this thing too, just to where we're all on the same page, is DCS 714. It's a 10-inch cordless fixed compound miter saw. It's a double bevel miter saw, which is incredible, lightweight, super easy to use. So now check this out. We have a 20 volt. This is a 6 amp hour XR battery. This is a 6 amp hour flex volt battery. So the cool part, so not only can you use it with those, but you can also use it. The bigger tools typically only run on flex volt, so the fact that this thing operates with this is great.
Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head.
A little wonky on this one.
'Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreak, but I think that I found my way. 'Cause I've been sinking like a stone, Carolina, take me home.
We have two ways that we could put these on. And anytime you're doing trim, you should always think of curb appeal, right? On the front of the building, we have the same scenario except for with 1x4 trim. So it's trim piece here, trim piece on the side, similar to that California corner that we talked about in the last episode. But what we're gonna wanna do here is make it so that when you look at the front of the building, the only thing you see is the 1x2. If I use this side, I have the 1x2 and then the side here. That's not appealing. It would give it a bigger appearance, but you could see that it's two split pieces. So instead what we do is we take this and we put it just like so. Flush it out to the top of this and nail it on, and we're good to go. Gives it the appearance that we want from the street. You see the 1x2 here as the corner, and we're set. I cut these with enough slack. I kept them up just enough to where I was happy. If these came up higher than my framing up here, when I go to put this top cap on, it would be miserable. I want my cap to sit directly on top of the 2x framing up here.
Nothing's ever really broken, I won't let you go. 'Cause I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I'll find my way back to you. I think that I'm finding my way right back to you. Yeah, I think that I'm finding my way. Thought it'd be golden.
So the ends like to soak up moisture. I mean, it's good to seal everything, paint everything, but the ends are where you're asking for trouble.
So what Steven was just saying is that the reason we prime the ends on materials, we don't want this to absorb a bunch of water or moisture. We want it to be closed off. It fit great. I only have one hand here since I'm holding the camera, so. But by painting the end grain up here, what you're doing is, think of it like sealing off pores, right? The pores of your skin. You are essentially blocking it so nothing can get in. When we go to put on this base up here, what I'll likely do is fill all of this in here with a sealant and then use an adhesive across the top here. That way we can put this thing down with confidence and know that it ain't going anywhere. I think that would look great. Let's do what we're doing first and then we'll kind of experiment with that and see. For the sealer that we're using, it's End Sealer from Advantage Plus. This was a company that we used from Kelleher back in the day.
This thing.
We put in the top pieces all the way around because that is what is going to allow us to caulk from here all the way up to that top cap and finish this out nicely. After we finished up all the corners, all of the top pieces, dabbled with the idea of doing the bottom piece, I think it finishes it out better, but what do you guys think? This is the way that it would be without it, and that is the way it would be with it. Leave a like on the video first and then say what you think out loud, and then I'm just gonna do whatever I decide to do, and hopefully it matches your guys' decision. When we poured the bases for the posts here, we could have done a better job at seeing how far down they went, but we didn't. So what we're dealing with now is we've got this top cap, we've got this bottom. I'm not a big fan of the concrete base sticking out as big as it is. And I know that this is just going to be a maintenance item that I have to take care of myself, but being as it's my property, I can do that. I'm going to put a base around the bottom of it, which is going to put it dangerously close to the concrete slab itself, but I would rather it look finished as opposed to looking the way it does. The reason I say that it's going to be a maintenance item for me, and I would be willing to argue that it doesn't last but 5 to 10 years tops. And I'll have to replace it, probably closer to 5 years, but that's okay. I zip taped the hole underneath of it, so it's only attached to that zip tape, which in theory, if we have a break, we should be okay. These concrete bases were a little too high when they were poured, and it was just because at the time, we had barely demoed any of this, and we could have checked where the door was and kind of went out from there, but we didn't. I'm going to do the top caps out of 2x6. They will stick out a good bit, probably about to here. This is a 2x8, so think about 2 inches coming off of here. I'm just gonna go get a 2x6, it ain't a big deal. If you've ever used DAP Dynaflex 920, you can smell this video. I'm gonna hammer out these cuts really quick to where we're done cutting for the day. So I went ahead and cut this right now. We've got 445s, creates our top cap, consistent all the way around. That's exactly what we were looking for. Now we can screw these ends together, get everything nice and tight, sand down the top, make sure that we have one solid surface up here. This is perfect for coffee. Stoked on that. Everything is painting white, so keep that in mind when you're looking at this and things aren't the same color right now. It will all be the same color as the house. You take the nail, dumb the tip down, but then take and hit an X into the wood itself, and then when you go to drive it in, it's not going to allow it to completely break off into slivers. It's like pre-drilling. It's really hard to think of what these are going to look like because we now have multiple different colors going on in one little area. But a few things. One, these are rock solid. These do not move. I have for the most part, them sealed up. I have a little bit more to do. I have to get wood filler and wood filler the tops of all these screws to where they all bury. I'm gonna sand down all of our joints, make sure this is one solid surface up here. And tomorrow we're gonna paint this. The goal here was to build out a 4x4 post to make it not look like a toothpick and to give it a little bit of depth and structure, which I think is exactly what we've achieved here. So in my yard, you can see prints. Good sized deer coming through here, all the way through. Some deeper than others. You could tell they've got some weight to them. More exciting thing, my tree is starting to bloom, which is incredible. And then all of these little, I don't know what they were called, all these little things are green now, which when I got them, they were just sticks. So that's super exciting. Well, we can kind of get crafty in here tonight, you know? Map out some stuff on here. Maybe we just wait until the morning to cut it or something, or maybe we just cut it tonight, I don't know. The goal is to achieve our built-ins in here. So these will come out to, this is a 1x12, I don't like this. It needs to come out a little bit further to about here. So we're take a blade off of this. A decent blade, you could be an 1/8 or so. Let's go 48 1/4. In between the two of them, I have, we're gonna call it 31 inches. .24 and 7/8 for the last one. So this will come over and across the top with a butcher block. This will be a piece of plywood all the way across. This will be a piece of plywood all the way across. We're just gonna have to get a trick with it and kind of play around, but it kind of all interlocks into one another. I would have much preferred just ordering something, to be completely honest, but this is easy enough. .47 1/8. Heck yeah. Let's go 24 3/8. So let's go 24 1/2 minus. So we'll have plywood right out here. And then I'll face the outside of that plywood. Look kind of cool. So what does this work out to? So we could cut that. So full length across T, we're gonna cut 26 3/4, 26 3/4, 26 5/8, and 26 3/4. Full transparency, I've never built anything like this before. Not really much of a finished carpenter. Don't really care to be a finished carpenter, but it's something that I should probably learn in order to where I can do things in the future. But here's where we're at. I have these 1x2 attached to the wall. I am going to fasten these in with some cabinet screws today. We need to make sure that we are nice and solid up against here. We're gonna take these cutouts that I have and put them in place here, and we'll hone in everything. We're gonna drop all of them in, and then we're gonna cap the sides, cap this side, ideally finish this thing out in a way that looks appealing. This is what we've got so far. So this is 14 inches deep, 14 inches deep. That is enough to put pretty much anything you'd need to put in here. So we're gonna cut this out right here. I think we're cabinet makers.
No, for that reason
alone.
Cabinet makers don't do that stuff. Yeah, we'll want to take this across. Now this is sort of what we're after here, except for with a couple of them. One piece here, 2 piece there, 3 piece here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure. We are onto something, brother. We're onto greatness. That's what it is. So we need to put in this guy. This 85 7/8 by 15, because that's gonna bring us out to here. So by the time you guys have watched this whole thing's already built. But if you guys have any tips on how I could do better in another one, please let me know. I am completely winging it. It's gonna be really cool, I hope. It's gonna be a little bit of a pain. Can it go anymore?
There.
Dude, I feel like a finished carpenter. I'm gonna eat lunch out of a Tupperware with a fork that I brought from home. Will you hit the ceiling again?
Yeah.
Maybe scratch the doorway too while you're at it. Couldn't tell you. This is going to be 34.5 tall by 14 1/4. That would cap that end. Cut me one at 17 1/4. That looks good. Right here. These 17 halfers will go right here to finalize the face. So just box the whole entire thing out. Yeah, I would level across however you feel comfortable doing it, but that is killer spacing, I think.
Oh, I thought that was guillotine for your thumb.
Oh, that would be bad. Would you just hold that really quick so I could take a look? I love it. Top one will be a little bit taller, but once we put that bat on there up there, it's going to be the same. I'm gonna fasten everything to these studs with these, but I need something small. Real small, baby finish. 1 1/4, 3/4, 3/4, 1.5 inches. Down here. 1 1/4, some tiny little screws, and then 3 1/8 cabinet screws. Should lock everything together nicely.
That's level up there.
That is
That's level.
awesome.
You're gonna do a pretty band?
Yeah, all the way across the top.
Okay, get rid of those gaps.
Yeah,
This,
but you're saying that's level?
that's perfectly level.
Yeah, then that's fine, dude. You're more detail oriented than I am by a mile.
You think so?
I know so, dude. It's not even a question.
It's not.
You think it'll break?
No, you'll go. You'll be fine. Yeah, that's.
If you wanted to put me in the cupboard.
Making little sandwiches.
So we need to figure out what we're gonna face. We need to go get the butcher block. Let's do this. Cut me 2 of these. 1 here, 3, 1 here. So like, imagine a finished piece like that, butting down to that, and then another finished piece covering this. So the face would all look like we built this thing intentionally. Well, T, I think that you are gonna find love in Oakhurst. Little mountain town, brother. We're on the home stretch with this thing. There's not a whole lot left to do. And we have the like core structure of the thing built. Now what we're doing is just wrapping up any backing pieces that we need. We have the butcher block that we just bought. We have to get areas like this backed out. So we're gonna put a continuous strip all the way across. I'll show you guys all that. We're gonna build out this like infrastructure, right? And then mount the top piece. Everything will be supported. The butcher block is gonna run this way and then split and run this way. $225 for this one here. I remember I bought it and then I remember that I didn't use it because my wife didn't like the alternating colors. Super dark, super bright. So I never used it. Thank you. Get me one at 14 1/8. And then it just so happens that this is the same exact height as that. So we have a perfect bottom piece all the way through. So we'll run this one all the way through and then we'll butt this trim into it, that trim into it, and trim the whole thing out. It's gonna be beautiful. $81 and $5 here. What's up?
Is this going to be the same size all the way across? This one that's running
Yeah.
horizontal?
Oh, you're thinking we should run that first. I see what you're saying. Let's go 51 and 9/16. Let's do 12 and a half. We're gonna band everything and then 45 the outside corners where we need to. So like up here, we'll get a 45-degree corner. After we're done with this, it might seem like we're wrapped up, but in the next episode, we have a lot of wood filler that we're gonna put in here that I'm not gonna make you guys sit through. We also have painting to do out front. That I'm gonna make you sit through. You got rough hands, brother.
Damn, I heard that. You can hear when it's tight.
When it holds itself in place, I'm happy. Do 15 and 3/4 on the dot this time. Wait. That's how every cut should be. Take the smallest fuzz off of it.
You get either one. Yeah. But it went in? Yeah, so it holds it.
So what are you doing? You're going, this is the outside corner?
Yeah, this is gonna die into the wall.
Okay, this will be the outside visible corner because I like that finish, yeah.
Save the factory.
So then you're just pulling into here. It's all windy. That was money.
That's kind of go like this, huh?
Yeah. We had to move this windowsill. We're gonna figure something out just because it didn't exactly fit with where we had everything here. I want this to overhang just a little bit and the sill got in the way there, which is fine. A few things on this. We ran this one all the way through over to there. We kept a nice even reveal all the way across the bottom here. And then we kept that same reveal over here. So we've got nice clean look. This is gonna stay a wood color, so we're gonna finish this and we are going to paint the rest of this thing. So it is likely that we're not fastening this down tonight. We are probably just gonna leave it because we'll take these out, paint everything in here. That way we don't have to worry about them, and then we'll put them back in place. You can see we've got this little joint here. You take a little bit of sawdust here, mix it in with a little bit of glue, and we're gonna go through and just kind of fill these cracks. We'll sand it afterwards, make sure we are nice and clean. But overall, that is a much better look than what we had in here before. I like it. Considering this is a room that could potentially get wet, I wanted to build this out of wood that if it did get wet, it could dry back out and it's not going to instantly damage, such as MDF or melamine. With the washer in here, that's definitely a chance we take. So we went ahead and did sanded ply, $55 a sheet, and it was the best thing we could have done. We fastened a lot of this stuff together with 1.25" R4 multi-purpose screws from GRK, and then the 3 1/8 GRK cabinet screws. Those have the thicker head on them. But overall, this thing is tough. You could climb on it. You could do whatever you'd like on it. And if it can hold me, it can hold whatever they're planning on putting in a pantry. I thought we were gonna have to do some sort of upright right here in order to hold all this, but it is rock solid. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a long one, and we did quite a bit. I'd say we did pretty good though. I'm happy with it. Next episode, we're gonna get this thing painted. We're gonna see exactly what it looks like finished, and along with this whole entire room. The only thing we'll be missing at that point is our appliances, and I can wait for that. We gotta get to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, leave a like on it, hit that subscribe button down below. Happy to be back here, happy to be crushing this place. Last little bit, and I'm not gonna lie, it's bittersweet. I've had a good time out here with Steven, with my dad, with other friends that have came out here and worked, and it's all coming to a close. And it's kind of hard to think about that. Keep learning, keep building. I'll see you next time.